Hello and welcome. So, you're planning a trip to Disneyland Paris. That's amazing. You're probably picturing all those magical moments, right? But maybe you're also having tiny nightmares about those massive queues? Well, you're in the right place. In this explainer, we're going to break down Premier Access, that's Disney's skip-the-line system, into a super simple guide just for parents. Let's make sure you can master your park day.
Okay, let's just dive right into the big one. We all know what the #1 challenge is for any parent at a theme park, don't we? The lines. Yeah, the very thought of spending hours just waiting with kids who are getting more and more restless, it can honestly be the most stressful part of the whole trip.
So let me ask you this straight up. Do you really want to spend the best part of your magical holiday just shuffling your feet in a line? I mean, of course not. And the good news is, you really don't have to.
And that brings us to the official solution, straight from Disneyland Paris itself. It's called Premier Access. This is the tool they've designed specifically to get you out of that long, winding regular queue and onto the rides you know faster.
So, what is it exactly? Well, think of Premier Access as your key to a special, dedicated, fast lane. It lets you totally bypass the main standby line on the park's most popular rides. But, and this is important, it's not a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. There are actually 2 different ways you can use it.
The easiest way to think about it is like this. You've got your pay-as-you-go option, which gives you a ton of flexibility. And then you have the all-inclusive option, which is all about total convenience. So let's break down what that actually means for you and your family.
All right, let's put them head-to-head. Premier Access 1 versus Premier Access Ultimate. By the end of this, you'll have a really clear idea of which option, if any of course, is the right fit for your trip.
Okay, first up, we've got Premier Access 1. This is basically your a la carte choice. You buy access for one single ride at a time, and you do it right there in the park's app. Now, the price changes depending on how busy the park is and how popular that ride is at that moment, so it's a really dynamic system.
So, who is this really for? Well, it's pretty much perfect if you're visiting on a quieter day, say a random Tuesday in the off-season, or if there's just that one ride you absolutely have to do, like Crush's Coaster, and you don't mind waiting for the others. It's also a fantastic choice for parents with little ones who can't go on all the big thrill rides anyway. Now for option number 2, Premier Access Ultimate. You can think of this one as your Ride Everything Pass. You pay one single price for the day, and you get one-time, fast-lane access to every single included ride. And the biggest difference here? The freedom. There are no time slots to worry about. You just show up to the ride you want, whenever you want.
And you can really see the value when you look at the list of rides that are included. We're talking about the big-ticket attractions across both parks. This includes blockbusters like Big Thunder Mountain, the classic Peter Pan's Flight, and the super popular Spider-Man Web Adventure over in the Studios Park.
This option, it really shines during those peak times. So think school holidays or a beautiful sunny weekend. If you've only got one day and you want to squeeze every last drop of magic out of it, or if your family's main goal is just to have a totally stress-free day with almost no waiting, then Ultimate was practically designed for you. Okay, so now you know the options, but how do you actually use them smartly? Let's get into some real, practical strategies to make sure you're getting the absolute most value out of your money if you decide to buy.
Buying it is actually really straightforward, and it's all done through the official app. My biggest tip here, download the app and link your tickets before you even get to the park. It'll save you so much time. Once you're in, it's literally just a few taps to pick your option, pay, and then you'll get a QR code that you just scan at the ride entrance. Easy! All right, now for a few pro tips that'll make you feel like a Premier Access expert. First, don't use it in that first hour when the park opens. That's called rope drop, and the lines are already short. Use that time for other rides. Always check the live wait times in the app before you buy a one-pass. And hey, remember, if only your older kids are riding the big coaster, you only need to buy it for them. And if you've got toddlers with you, a little extra planning goes a very long way. Double-check those height requirements before you buy anything. Make sure you use the free rider switch service. This lets both parents ride without having to queue up twice. And my favorite tip, just wait and see. You don't have to buy Premier Access first thing in the morning. See how the day goes, see how the kids' energy levels are holding up, and then decide.
Okay, so this brings us to the big one. The question every single parent asks, is this thing actually worth the money? And the honest answer is, well, it completely depends on your family, when you're going, and how you like to do a park day.
Let's have a look at this breakdown. See if you can spot yourself here. If you're visiting on a packed weekend, yeah, it can be an absolute day saver.
For families with toddlers, maybe just a Premier Access 1 for 1 or 2 key rides is all you need. But if you're there midweek during a quiet part of the year, honestly, you can probably save your money. The wait times will likely be totally manageable on their own.
So here's the simplest way to think about it. The real value of Premier Access is directly connected to how much your family hates waiting in line. During a busy time, it isn't just a time saver, it's a stress reducer. It can literally be the difference between a frantic, exhausting day and a relaxed, joyful one.
And really, in the end, that's the whole point, isn't it? It's all about maximizing the magic. Because every single minute you save standing in a queue is another minute you get to spend making those memories. So, is skipping a line worth it? Well, what's the value of seeing that perfect, happy, absolutely amazed look on your child's face?